Hello, and welcome to Center for Spiritual Living Greater Dayton. My name is Reverend Catherine Bliss, and it is my pleasure to welcome you here this morning. Center for Spiritual Living Greater Dayton, where the vibration of love lifts us, the wisdom of the ages inspire us, and the science of mind teaching empowers us. And now we're going to get started with Holy, Holy Way by Ricky Byers.
Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way.
Well, welcome back. So, Centers for Spiritual Living Greater Dayton is an inclusive spiritual organization, and we teach qualities like oneness and compassion and love. And we honor you and all people wherever we are on our spiritual journeys. So, thank you for being here. Our vision is to awaken to the spiritual magnificence of ourselves and our one humanity and the planet Earth. Our mission is to transform ourselves and therefore transform the world. Our purpose, we are a community of love that supports all people in experiencing real transformation. And now I'd like to invite practitioner emeritus Alana Mayhew as she does our invocation, our meditation, and our reading this morning.
Good morning. What a beautiful day, even though it's a little cloudy. Just know that you are the light and the love of spirit in God right here and right now. So if you could just join with me in this invocation that I'm getting ready to do, and just close your eyes and just be in this moment, breathing in the love and the light and the spirit of God right here, and exhaling. And knowing that right where we are, God is. This infinite energy of God that moves through everything. It is down to the core of our soul. It is from the smallest molecular level to this complex human brain. It is everything on this beautiful blue planet that we live on, that sustains and is teeming with life, as well as the universe that continues to expand in its greatness and its vastness that is everywhere. And so I know that we are part of this magnificent energy. We are part of God. It is imbued and pressed down into the core of our own soul. There is no way to be separate from God. There is no way to be separate from this magnificent energy that moves through us, as us, and around us, that is breathing us, that is beating our heart, that is filling us up with this radiance of love, that we've been birthed into this life to love. We've been birthed into this life to be one with spirit. We are part of this dominion. We are part of this love. And so I know that this service together is in divine order, in divine right action. I know that every aspect of it is one of love, one of light, one of peace. And I know that everything is being orchestrated. And so I know that everything with the sermon is being spoken so eloquently from that place of love, from that place of consciousness, from that place of beauty, and that we are hearing that, taking that into our own being so we can utilize it throughout our day. And I'm knowing that it's in divine order and divine right action. And I just give such thanks, knowing that we are all blessed. Every single person that is tuned in and who also may watch this later, I just know that we are uplifted in everything that we are hearing, and our souls are just soaring. And I give such thanks for this. Thank you, thank you, thank you, God. And together we say, and so it is. Amen. And so now we're going to go into a guided meditation. So if you can just allow yourself, again, just to continue to be in this place of consciousness, in this place of love. And just taking a deep breath in, breathing in that soothing energy of spirit, and exhaling any of this busyness of this day and this morning, and just be with us in this moment. And taking another deep breath in, breathing in and exhaling. And allowing yourself to have your thoughts just fade away. We're not controlling them, just allowing them to be fading away, just like they're going down a river. So I want you to Imagine yourself that you are in a river right now, and you're allowing yourself this time to float with the water and be held in it. It is the perfect temperature. It is not like it is today. It is nice and warm, and allowing yourself to just float along this space, letting go of any need to control, letting go of any need to be afraid of anything, just allowing yourself this time to relax, to be one with this beautiful river, one in this time. It is that oneness, feeling one with the river, feeling one with the beautiful sky, the sun that you feel on your skin, that you feel in your being, you feel in your heart, and you're able to float, effortless and easy, as you're stepping into this unknown place. You are supported, just like you're supported with God, just like you're supported every moment of your day, connected with God. That divine guidance in your life, that clarity and knowingness. You are in a wellspring of all the knowledge for your own life, every moment of every day. And that things become clearer. The clarity that you have about certain situations that may feel like you are stepping into the unknown. That there is only peace and oneness. And stepping forth, floating down this river, trusting the process of this unfoldment, that you're safe and comfortable and loved. It's the same in your own life as you're floating and moving forward, floating as you are walking in your own life. It's the same as floating down this river and trusting the flow of it, trusting that all is well, and that there is this wellspring of peace and comfort and beauty and oneness. And knowing that the sun that you feel on your face and on your body enlivens you, opens your heart, allows that flow, free flow of energy of spirit to move through every part of your body as you're moving down this river. It's so glorious and beautiful. Knowing that you're of peace. And it's all one. You're all one with everything that is moving through you as you and around you right now. And so now we are coming back into the room that you are either laying down or sitting in a chair or a couch. And you're right back into this space of love and the space of light. You're back into being right where you are. So thank you for that. So now we're going to go into the reading. The theme for this month has been stepping into the unknown. And the talk title is Stepping Out and Stepping Up. And so here's the reading that goes with this. Nothing sounds easier than change your thinking, change your life. And nothing can be more frightening. In the science of mind teaching, we don't deny that a condition exists. We deny it has to continue. And yet we can stay comfortable in our discontent rather than risk stepping out and being that which we are called here to be. Each of us has a unique purpose that no other person on the planet can fulfill. And if we choose to ignore our purpose, to live small, not only are we missing out, so is the world. So now back to Reverend Catherine.
Thank you so much, Lana. So, as Lana said, this month we have been talking about stepping into the unknown. As we begin our journey to live from our life's vision redefined. Throughout this month, we have been discussing embracing change with curiosity as we navigate our new path with practical spirituality. Our first Sunday, we talked about an evolutionary leap into the full force of love and the revelation of the oneness of God or Spirit with humanity. As we say yes to our evolutionary journey, we take the path less traveled, assured that we will be transformed by it. The vision continues to unfold, and the path is revealed with each step. Our faith guides us along our way. And then the following Sunday, we talked about the winds of change, committing to a vision that calls us to embrace change, transformation, and newness. As we boldly step into the unknown, we find ourselves navigating the winds of change, welcoming some and resisting others. We have the opportunity to choose how we are going to live going forward. And last week, we discussed blessitation, a paradoxical state of blessing and hesitation. Every new journey we choose to embark on is filled with excitement and anticipation, and there may also be feelings of hesitation. As we travel along, we discover the blessings of our hesitation on our new path, and we have the opportunity to recognize the power of blessing of whatever is before us and or triggers us, and greeting it with curiosity. And today's talk is stepping out and stepping up. We must be willing to let go of the life we had planned so as to have the life that is waiting for us. And that is by Joseph Campbell. We gratefully step out of what has been and confidently step up and into our greatness, excited to blaze a new trail of spiritual awareness. What are you willing to change, shift, or let go of in order to live your life's purpose? Abraham Maslow says, in any given moment, we have two options: to step forward in growth or to step back. The Centers for Spiritual Living global vision related to today's talk is, we envision humanity awakening to its spiritual magnificence and discovering the creative power of thought, a world where every person discovers their own personal power and the ability to create an individual life that works within a world that works for everyone. One of our principles in Science of Mind is called the creative process. The one infinite reality operates through the universal law of cause and effect. This universal law is impersonal, it's automatic, and intelligent. The universal law receives the direct impress of Spirit's impulse and acts upon it, bringing it into form. As individuals, we have the same threefold nature. We use this creative process to shape our human experience in alignment with the whole, perfect, and complete capital R reality. And here's another way to describe this creative process, and I know many of you may have heard it, but it is seed, soil, and plant. So then the creative process, the seed is our idea, a thought, a creative impulse, or an urge, or spoken word. Could be a tomato seed. The soil is that receptive creative medium. The universal law is often what we call it. The soil receives the seed, our thought, our word, and we place that thought, our word, into the soil, into the universal law, or that creative medium. And once we plant it into the soil, that receptive creative medium, we continue to care for what has been planted there by watering it and removing obstacles like weeds or things that may be in the way of allowing for that seed to take root. And then the plant is the demonstration of that which we have thought or placed into the soil. So if we have a tomato seed and we plant it in the soil, then we get a tomato plant. So how God creates, we use that same creative process. We didn't create the creative process, but we use that same process as individuals. According to Ernest Holm, in Living Without Fear, there is an inner urge in our own minds to grow, to expand, to break down the barriers of previous limitations, and to ever widen our experience. This persistent urge is a divine influence, an irresistible force, and it constitutes the greatest impulse in human experience. In the Science of Mind teaching, we don't deny that a condition exists. We deny that it has to continue. If a condition isn't working for us based on the creative process, we can plant a new seed, a new idea, a new thought into the law, the soil, that creative medium, and we can have a different outcome. So we don't deny that conditions exist, but we can deny that it has to continue. And yet we can stay comfortable in our discontent rather than risking stepping out and being that which we are called here to be. So what are you willing to change, shift, or let go of to begin or continue living your life's purpose? Thich Nhat Hanh says, enlightenment for a wave in the ocean is the moment the wave realizes it's water. When we realize we are not separate, but a part of the huge ocean of everything, we become enlightened. We realize this through practice and more practice. And we remain awake and aware of this through even more practice, particularly spiritual practice, prayer, meditation, gratitude. As we step out of our comfort zone and step up to our spiritual awakening, it is good to remember that we are part of something bigger than ourselves. As we begin this journey, we step out into the unknown. We don't know what lies before us, so we are taking a step out into the unknown. What will we bring with us? What are we willing to let go of and to leave behind? We have been cast to play this part since our very first breath. Our soul has continually called to us, be brave. Step up regardless of what others say or think. This is our time. Ask yourself, if I was living my life fully, what would I be doing? And then do it. Each of us has a unique part to play in the healing of this planet, of our world. Now is the time. And if not you, if not me, then who? We are the ones. This is our time. And releasing and letting go of what was or what has been, it can be scary. I think I've shared this before that, if you're going to get on a boat and you're on the boat and you're going to go down a river, eventually what you have to do to make that journey is you have to let go of the shore. You have to let go of what has kept you there, what's held you there. You've got everything you need. You got the boat. You've got everything you need in the boat, possibly even a life vest, which might be a really good idea. But you got to untie the rope and you got to bring it in the boat and you got to push off and you got to get into the flow of the river. And it can be scary letting go of that which feels like the ground. It's solid. It's what we know. It's what we've done sometimes for many, many years. And it's okay. It's okay to have a little bit of fear. It's okay to not know exactly where the river might be taking us, but it is the path that we are on, and it will lead us, if nothing else, to the ocean. The Science of Mind teachings are a perfect roadmap for our spiritual, emotional, and physical, as well as financial awakening. We are an integral part of the creative process. Every person has a story they can tell about these teachings and the changes that they have brought into our lives. Every one of us. I know I can, and I'm fairly certain and you can too. So now is the time to share your good. Share this story. What difference has Science of Mind brought to you? Or if this is your first time here, be willing to share with folks that are here for the first time. What has the Science of Mind teachings brought to your life? I know I fell in love with the Science of Mind. I think one of the very first things that occurred for me, and it's been many years ago, is I walked in, and before I could even walk through the doors, I thought, okay, so this is sort of a religion thing. I don't know if I want to do that. And so in order to even walk through the building, I had what I would call baggage, right? I was carrying it with me. Here I come with my baggage. And before I walked through the doors, what I committed to was, okay, this could be completely different. This could be a place that I could be something more than I know myself to be. But it took setting down my luggage. It took setting down my bags of goodies that I had been carrying around, or not so goodies. And so I set them down. And when I walked through the door, I was just like, I wonder who I can be in this community without all my baggage. And what I felt was so much love, so much acceptance that I could be absolutely who I am in all that I am and all that I am not, and be absolutely welcomed and loved. I felt no sense of any sort or of any kind of judgment. I just felt completely welcomed and loved. And I thank you for that. I thank this community and all Science of Mind communities throughout the world. So be strong in your conviction, and stronger in your faith. The world needs you right now. Step out of your comfort zone and step into who you have come here to be. Even if you don't know who that is, allow yourself to step into what's unfolding next and be there 100%. Be that. Be that wondering. If that's what it is, be that. Each of us has a unique purpose, and no other person on the planet can fulfill. And we choose to, and if we choose to ignore our purpose to live small, not only are we missing out, but so is the world. We have a unique contribution. God is expressing itself, spirit, whatever name you want to give that divine creator, it is expressing itself through us, as us, in all that we are and all that we are not. We are a perfect vehicle, perfect channel for God to express itself through in all of our uniqueness, all of our talent. And sometimes some of the things that we consider our weaknesses. The greatest gift of life could have made to you and to yourself is being who you are. You are a spontaneous, self-choosing center in the great drama of being, the great joy of becoming, the certainty of eternal expansion. That was by Dr. Ernest Holmes in This Thing Called You. Daring greatly means the courage to be vulnerable. It means to show up and be seen, to ask for what you need, to talk about how you're feeling, to have hard conversations. That was by Brené Brown. In Brené Brown's book, Braving the Wilderness, she uses the acronym BRAVING. So B is for boundaries. Set, hold, and respect boundaries. R is for reliable. Learn to say what you mean and mean what you say. A is for accountability. Step up, be accountable, take responsibility, and issue meaningful apologies when we're wrong, when I'm wrong, when you're wrong. V is for vault. Keep confidences. Recognize what is ours to share and what's not. I is for integrity. Practice your values even when difficult and hard. N is for non-judgment. Give and receive help. And G is for generosity. Learn how to be generous in our assumptions about others. How brave are you willing to be to step out and step up into your magnificence? For truly we were created from magnificence. We were created from God, from spirit, from that divine love intelligence. We're created from magnificence. We're not created from anything else. We're created from spirit. And there's not spirit and anything. It is all God, one God in all of creation, seen and unseen. Only spirit, having its way through its creation and giving to its creation everything. So our job really is to step out from no longer what works and to step up into our magnificence, which has already been given to us. Yeah, we must climb over a few rocks of unbelief and pass around the barriers of doubt and plunge into the stream with faith. So let's try this on this week. Intentionally manifesting, consciously producing a definite outcome by using the science of mind principles to bring about greater good, a more abundant life, a better condition that existed before. It invites us to exercise our freedom to create a life we desire. You know, I think a couple of weeks ago, I shared that I needed to have a talk with a friend that we've been had this relationship for 25 years. And I was kind of, again, a little nervous and anticipating it. And I was just like, we've got this thing going on between the two of us, and we just really need to talk about it and work it out. And we've never had any issues before in the previous 25 years. So it was just like, I was feeling kind of apprehensive. I mean, she was going to tell me, just to bug off, and she was tired of me. I was like, oh no. I didn't know what was going to happen, but what I did decide is that I was going to reach out and say, let's go take a walk in the park. Let's talk about what's going on. I know that she had lots of feelings. I had lots of feelings, and there was no win-win in that. As a matter of fact, it was clear it was being a loss for both of us. So being brave, we both said yes to meeting and to having just a really nice conversation. And when I say really nice, meaning clearing, getting stuff out of the way, especially those assumptions. Oh my gosh, assumptions are so interesting. And so after clearing those up and talking about how we felt about, different things, what we came to was an agreement. And that agreement was to more quickly respond when there is something going on, instead of letting it kind of drag out and, a couple of months go by and there's this thing going on that nobody really wants to talk about because we're afraid we're going to hurt one another, blah, blah, blah. And we are hurting one another by not talking about it. So it was really very, very wonderful. We got together. We started on our walk. The first thing that came out of my mouth is, what? We've been friends for 25 years and I love you. I love you. And I don't want to continue doing the things that have brought us to this place. I'm willing to do something different. And then she shared her perspective, and I totally got it for where she was coming from. We both shared about where we're coming from, and there were definitely some things in there that were made up on my side and made up on her side as well, because we make things mean things. That's what we do as human beings. It's perfectly normal and natural. But let's make it mean something that empowers us, uplifts us, has us step out and step up into our magnificence. So let's just take a moment now and please join me in prayer, our affirmative prayer. For I recognize that there is a divine being, which I choose to call God. We can also call it spirit. We can call it divine love intelligence. We can call it love. And it is in and through and as everything. For it created all of life, all again that is seen and all that is unseen. It is that breeze and the wind. It is the waves in the ocean. It is the beautiful blossoms that are on trees and the flowers right now. It is life itself. It is love. It is abundance. It is joy. It is peace. It is harmony. It is balance. And it is forever evolving. It is forever expanding and becoming more of its magnificence. And it does so by the way of me. It does so by the way of you. It does this thing called life through each of us. It expresses through us. So I know that right now that as I am that channel for God, for spirit to have its life through me, that I clear out any of the blockages that get in the way of spirit coming completely forward and out into my life, my community's life, and the planet, and beyond and beyond and beyond. And so this is what I know for each of us today, that we move any of the obstacles out of our way so that spirit shines through us, acts through us, breathes through us, and that we are about doing things of compassion and love and caring for first ourselves and then our families and those that are around us, those that we meet day to day, whether it's the grocery store or the gas station, the bus, whatever it is, when we meet another in front of us, for us to recognize that there's only one of us here, and that's God. So we can open ourselves up to recognize and to see that divine. We can step out of where we've been and step up into the godlings that we are. And we have everything that we need. It's already been provided. So we just discard. We let go of the baggage that no longer serves us and try it on. Who would we be if we're not carrying around our baggage? And the baggage is fine. I mean, you can set it down. You can always pick it up again later. Nobody's taking anything from you, and nobody can add anything to you. For God created each of us in its own image, in its own perfection, in its own magnificence. So step out and step up. This is the time. We are the ones. I am, you are, we all are. And that feels so good to me to know that we are here for each other. For we see each other as these godlings, that we are each co-creating our lives together. And how wonderful it is to be in a community where like-minded people can share resources, where we can love when maybe somebody else is needing just that. They just need a little love today. That we can be a presence of joy or of laughter. Yeah, that's what I want. And so I'm calling it out right now. We are the ones. We are godlings. We've been given everything. So we just step out of the way from the limitation, from the idea that we lack anything, because it's not true. It's simply not true. So we can let that go. And we can step into the magnificence that we are, that God has created us to be, and in fact, that we are. That's the essence of who and what we are. And nothing can limit that. Nothing can ever take it away. Nothing needs to be added to it. We have been created by Spirit. There isn't anything more powerful. So we are the ones, and now is the time. Now is the time. And so I know that this prayer does its perfect and good work. It is in that realm of God in action as the law. It must produce, as in that seed, what has been put into the soil. It must come forward in my life and in the community's life and everyone in the community and beyond, out into the ether, into this online presence, out to everyone. God's love and grace and beauty and harmony and peace and wholeness, health and vitality. God's perfection expressing uniquely through each and every one of us. So I bless it and I call it good and very, very good. I release it. I let it be. And please join me in saying, and so it is. Amen. Thank you.
Take a breath right here. Take a breath, take a holy breath here. Right here. Take a breath right here. Take a breath, take a holy breath, holy breath here. Take a breath, take a holy breath here. Right here. Take a breath, take a holy breath here. Right here. Take a breath, take a holy breath here. Right here. Take a breath, take a holy breath right here. Take a breath, take a holy breath here. Right here. Take a breath, take a holy breath here. Right here. Take a breath, take a holy breath here. Right here. Take a breath, right here. As we're lifted up into the spiritual domain, we begin to see a little bit differently. There's a broadcast going on. This broadcast comes from within you. There's a song singing within you. There is something within you that wants to express. There is something within you that wants to come forward. You are anointed and appointed by the Spirit as the image and likeness of divine and ultimate reality. As we bank in that domain, we bring heaven to earth as a spiritual practice. Wake up and say to yourself, I'm taking an adventure in paradise. And guess what? I'm taking you with me. I'm activating my spiritual stimulus package. I'm taking an adventure in paradise. Your stimulus package
I'm taking an adventure in paradise, and guess what? I'm taking you with me. So now it's time for our conscious giving. And there are several ways that you can provide your tithe, your gift to Centers for Spiritual Living Greater Dayton. Some of that's scrolling right there right now on the bottom of your screen. You can do mail, you can do text, you can go to our website, and you can donate right now on Facebook by selecting the donate or give button. I'm not sure which word it uses, but you get the drift. And please use your Kroger's, your Dorothy Lane Market, Amazon Smile programs that contribute to our center at no additional cost to you. And please give generously. These have been interesting times, and we are still here, and I am so grateful for that. And your contributions helps us to continue the teachings of Science of Mind, which makes huge changes, I believe, in all of our lives. It is the new kind of a new spirituality, although it's not new. It's been around for about 100 years, but it is a new thought. It is a new idea. We are a spiritual community. We are not really religious. Anyway, so now please take your gift and place it over your heart and read along with me. This is by John Randolph Price, The Abundance Book. I lift up my mind and heart to be aware, to understand and to know that the divine presence I am is the source and the substance of all my good. We lift up our minds and our hearts to be aware, to understand and to know that the divine presence I am, we are, within us is the source and the substance of all good for our center. Thank you. And now I'd like to bring practitioner Lana back for a few announcements.
All right. Yay. So that was a great service. Thank you, Reverend Catherine. So for several announcements, co-creation process is May 20th with Reverend Dr. Penny Macy. That's Thursday evening, 6 to 9:30 p.m. Please reserve your seat for attending in person at the center. We will also use Zoom so we can include everyone. Please join us. Come and join practitioner emeritus Linda Smith for a 30-minute meditation for emotional resilience on Tuesday, May 4th at 6:30 p.m. via Zoom. Practitioner information meeting, Monday, I guess that's tomorrow, at 7 p.m. This is for folks who want to know more about what practitioners are and what they do and what it takes to become a practitioner. There will be practitioners there to answer all your questions. Unfortunately, I won't. I'm working. So, but the other practitioners will answer all your questions. Exploring Roots of Science of Mind. This is a certificated class, taught by practitioner Andy Hawk. This is a transformational course and a fascinating journey through the minds of New Thought luminaries who greatly influenced Ernest Holmes, the founder of religious science, starting May 3rd. Monday evenings at 6:30 for 7 weeks via Zoom. Reverend Catherine will also teach money in the law of attraction. There is a free class. It will start June 1st, Tuesday evenings, 7 to 8:30 for 7 weeks via Zoom. Zoom information, class registration, and in-person reservations are all available in a weekly e-newsletter. If you would like to receive our weekly e-newsletter, please let Reverend Catherine know for leaving her a message or text her at 614-506-4261. If you would like prayer, our prayer line number is 937-343-5855. Call or text. You also request prayer on our website, www.cslgd.org. Please reach out to us. We are here to support you. And back to Reverend Catherine.
Whoops. There we go. Sorry about that. I forgot well, anyway, I'm here. So let's thank our service team. We have practitioner emeritus Lana Mayhew for her platform service and meditation. Practitioner emeritus Marge Russell, who is holding the high watch for us this morning. And to Patrick Schmalstig and Andy Hawk as practitioner Andy Hawk as our audio visual support team. Please send them some love and praise on Facebook and chat and YouTube. Just let them know how much you love them. And also share our page with your friends so that they know about us. We don't want to be a secret because we're not. We want everybody to participate and play with us. So tell your friends. A special thanks to you that are here with us for the very first time. Please know that you are welcome. We're really glad that you have joined us, and visit our website at www.cslgd.org for previous messages, as well as our calendar of events and classes. And you can know more about us, again, by visiting there. And if you need to reach out to anybody, there are numbers and stuff there for you to do that. And then I have a couple of more announcements. There is now a reservation links in our weekly e-newsletter to join us for in-person Sunday services beginning May the 2nd. Yay! And we will be doing this through the month of May. So in our newsletter, you will see that there's a link and it has a date for example, May the 2nd, May the 9th, and May the 16th, as well as for our co-creation process as well, because Thursday night that will be in person and online. So we can get 25 people there Thursday evening. If you so choose to do that, please go out there and make your reservation. Please join Teresa Napke and Andy Ganan on the first Saturday of each month from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. to care for our yard and our flower beds. So if you want to play in the garden and do that creative process, that would be a wonderful place to practice. Also, I want to mention that Unity of Dayton is going to have a virtual women's retreat with Karen Drucker, May the 7th from 7 to 9 p.m. and May the 8th from 12 noon till 4 p.m. The cost is $60 and it is hosted by Unity of Dayton. For more information, contact Victoria Heron via email unity@unityofdayton.org or call 937-233-7516. And now for our affirmation. I confidently step up and into my greatness. And now we'll close with come celebrate. Thank you.
Celebrate your party with you. Come on. Celebration. Let's all
celebrate and have a good time. Celebration. We're gonna celebrate and have a good time. It's time to come together. It's up to you. What's your pleasure? Everyone around the world, come on! Yeah. It's your celebration. Celebrate good times, come on! Celebrate good times, come on!
There's a party going on right here, a celebration to last throughout the years.